Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a very short video. I am out of breath because I'm so upset. We've got two sets of hawks patrolling the area, the two buzzards, and then there's this big white one which is twice the size of the buzzard. He has been checking out my chickens here by the pool area now for some time. And we were busy doing a video, and the ducks started to become a bit noisy, and MacD actually said he was quickly going to have a look because I was going to ignore it, but I normally carry on with him, that if he hears the animals starting to make different sounds or become restless, that he must drop everything and run. And here I am, the one taken so up with doing my vlogging, I wasn't going to go out, and here this huge thing was sitting in the trees looking at my poultry for lunch. He got a small snippet of it.
Huge.
Why my life cannot just be smooth sailing, only, I don't know, life will know. Okay, this is about a short snippet about my dogs. I did mention in that vegan food haul or product haul, the tiny one, that if I do not put my lip eyes some safe place, and also I often lie in bed and I will make notes if I look at educational or tutorial videos. And I have an eraser next to my bed, and I actually had to put it in a little bag. That Indian ringneck is really making a noise. I wonder if they're not cold. And if I do not put it in a bag, then Prada or Bella will take it off the nightstand and they will eat it. Oh, that the hawk is definitely busy, that big white thing. And then they will eat it. They will eat a complete and total eraser. And they do the same with my lip eyes. They will take my lip eyes off the white stand. They will take my lip eyes off the nightstand, and they will eat it as if it's a snack. And I just turned my back, and I take my earrings out at night time because these little pins are too long in the back. Then it will stab me if I lie on the side. And Bella took off the stand, chewed this to hell and gone. So I'm going to have to throw it away. I don't know what she thought it was, a sweet or something. But fortunately, they're cheap. They come in those little envelope things where you've got like 10 different sets of earrings to it. So I'm not too upset about it, but it could just as well have been a very expensive pair of earrings, which then would have been ruined. This video was actually about anal glands and anal sacs that you find on dogs. Now, why would I make a video? It is going to be a short video about the dog's anal glands or anal sacs. It is two glands that sit right next to the rectum of the dog. And we often think that it's funny when our dogs start to scoot around on their bums. But it's actually an indication that those sacs actually might be blocked. And then you must go to the vet so that the vet can squeeze it out. Otherwise, it can actually become problematic. It can cause an infection, and it can then become a much bigger issue. I have watched the vet actually squeeze that out. I had two little of my little breeds that had that problem. It was the pom-pom waxy, and it was a Maltese poodle Jessie. Their anal glands used to clog up, and then I would go to the vet and he would squeeze them out. Now, I did look at a small little YouTube channel where a vet actually shows you how to squeeze it out. It's almost like a prostate gland. Wat is 'n ondersoek? Examination. You must actually put your finger into the rectum or the anus, and then squeeze, and then it comes out. They normally don't like it because, if the vet puts the thermometer in to actually take a sick dog or cat, for that matter, temperature, then they are a bit squirmish. What is the purpose of these? That was something I didn't know. The purpose of these anal sacs or anal glands, because it is very foul smelling, whatever comes out of that. That is when dogs poop, then it's supposed to actually release the content by itself. So it will actually drop down with the poop of the dog. And that is actually a way of demarcating that specific dog's smell to where that poop has dropped. So if another dog comes, then he can actually determine that it was a dog that was there. He can actually determine if it's male or female, what species it is. It's like a whole bulletin board if a dog wheezes somewhere or poos somewhere. I thought actually it was only when they wee that they are actually leaving this message board for other dogs. That's why dogs like to go sniff, 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 and then they can't stop sniffing if they find some spot that particularly appeals to them. But now apparently it's in the poo as well. Now, my animals has got this habit. They sleep with me, obviously, at night. Prada likes to sleep under the duvet. In the morning after she went out for her first pee, then she will come in, then she snuggles up against me, then she wants me to spoon with her. Stoffel hardly ever gets out of bed lately. We must actually present his food to him or offer his food to him in the bed. But I think that one video, if you did watch it to the end, you will see that he is starting to walk with great difficulty. I think when I picked him up that the vet has underestimated his age by quite a few years. He sleeps literally round the clock. You very seldom see him actually up and about. He has become very, very grumpy now that he's aging, but I think that there might be a little bit of pain or discomfort in the joints as well. So if I try to move him around to another spot on the bed, then he will make it known that he's not happy with that. And then also he doesn't like to see Prada or Bella or even the cats actually wanting a spot where he needs to be moved. And I also have now noticed that he becomes very hot, where that was never an issue. He starts to pant. So now he wants to lie between the duvet and the protecting blanket I have over the duvet. And then he lies the duvet vas. That's the Afrikaans word. Because then he lies on top of the duvet, then you really needs to pull. The duvet is not loose. Long story, not making the long story short, I'm making the long story long. So now I've got Chloe that used to be very separate from the rest of the animals. Last year, for the first time, she started actually coming to lie on the bed, or actually coming into the room to sleep there for that matter, and to lie on the bed. And oops, sorry, Chloe, I was going to actually pick you up. But now she wants to lie right behind me on my pillow. So I must actually make space for her that she lies here on the top. And then she knees my hair to smithereens. That's Chloe's spot. And then Bentley is a free spirit. He doesn't mind. He will go with the flow. Bentley will go with the flow, but he also likes to snuggle up to me and lie sort of where the pillows are. But Bella's position, near Chloe, you can't sharpen your nails on my couch. Chloe, then let me just do that quickly. Then Bella's favorite position, and I think that started with her neck operation, when that neck issue started, because it was right in the middle of COVID lockdown, our most strict lockdown period that we had in South Africa. Chloe, yeah. And she went into the vet. She was here in the hospital for about a week. And she didn't show any improvement. It was actually getting worse. But in that time, where I normally can go and visit my animal in hospital, you weren't allowed to go near them. And I think my dog didn't know what was going on. She must have thought that I have abandoned her. And it was emotionally extremely upsetting and stressful for me, because I could not go and comfort my dog. And she was going through, it was a hell of a time. Really, it was. That day that the vet phoned me, she said I must make a decision, because she started to get diarrhea, the pain medication, the medication regime was just too much for her stomach, and things were just going wrong, and they just couldn't get her to get comfortable. And then I drove through with her to Cape Town, and she was there for 2 weeks in the hospital there, and I wasn't allowed to see her. So my dog for 3 weeks did not see me. When it went through one of the most stressful times, when she went through one of the most stressful times in her life, and it had a terrible, terrible emotional effect on me. I cannot tell you how much. And now she's got this thing that she must just touch me. She just wants to know that she can feel me. So when in summer she sleeps on the dog beds that's lying everywhere in my house, I'm sure that you have noticed already. It's not very sightly, but I mean, in this house, animals come first, and like David also knows that often I will reprimand him and say to him, what comes first in this house? The animals comes first. Everything else becomes a second and a third, but the animals come first. So her position to sleep is also on the cushions. So where my head would be, all the cushions are lying there, and she wants to sleep right there on the cushions, but with her bum to my face. Her bum is literally right in my face. And I must say, I never had a dog that farts so much, with so much wind in it. It's true, as Bella, because she's forever scavenging food and putting rubbish into her body, chewing, whether it is some of the maize that I throw for the chickens, or the husks of the small bird seeds that's lying on the stoop area there, or grass. You often see her pulling up grass. She loves to eat Prada's poo. It's disgusting, I know, but she does. And the cat poo, she is forever, ever, she must eat. If she thinks that something is food, like my earrings, she will try to eat it. And I think it's because of all the rubbish that she puts into her body that she makes such a lot of unpleasant gas. And it's very embarrassing if somebody comes to do something like I had somebody to come and fix the lock of the telly door. My security door lock actually broken. I had to make some other plans because I didn't have the money to have it fixed, which is very, very dangerous in South Africa. And but I finally actually could have it fixed, but it was a huge thing because I had to use somebody that would do it for very cheap, and I had to go drive backwards and forwards 3 times to get the right lock. And then if somebody comes to the gate, or I am expecting somebody at the gate, I will normally close the dogs so that they don't run out and make a noise or jump up against the people, because a lot of people don't like dogs jumping up on them. They might be dressed decently, and then it's understandable. And then they've got mud marks all over them. And then when you open that door, the bedroom door, If they were locked in there for about 10 minutes, it is extremely embarrassing, but because Bella would have smelled up that stinked up my bedroom in that 10 minutes tremendously. In any case, so she sleeps like that. And her anal glands, we're back, finally back to the whole reason for this video. Her anal glands or anal sacs actually opens up and release itself at the oddest of times. And the time that it likes to do that the most often is when Bella sleeps with her bum right by my face, just after I have put clean linen on my bed, after I have changed the bedding, the sheets and the pillowcases, and I put clean ones on, then her glands will open. And when I smell it, by the time I smell that those glands have opened, it is too late. It has got a foul smell. It's terrible. It will actually wake you up. And then this normally happens like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night. And then I must change the bedding. You just can't sleep through that smell and think, okay, I don't feel like chasing all the animals off and now going through the whole rigmarole of putting clean stuff on the bed. Maybe I can sleep through it till tomorrow morning and attend to the problem tomorrow morning. It just doesn't work like that. It is just an awful smell. And it goes right through. It will go right through my pillowcases, and I've got feather pillows. So it's not pillows that you can throw in down pillows. You can't throw that in the wash. If you throw that in the washing machine, it becomes just a mess. You can then must throw your pillow away. And that's, I know it's not vegan, but that's pillows, the feathers and the stuff that still come from my mom's farm days. You just put clean, you make clean pillow cases for it, and you throw the feathers over in that, and that's how it works. And well, that's the story of Bella's anal glands or anal sacs, and the purpose of why it is there, because I often wondered, why do they have that? And that hers apparently doesn't open and release only when she poos. And she poos also a lot. I think she poos at least 2 or 3 times a day. The purpose of it, why it's so foul smelling, and that hers open normally just after my sheets are clean and have been changed and in the middle of the night. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed this story. And thank you for watching my videos, and hope to see you in the next one. You must go well. Bye.